If you spend a few minutes on the wacko side of TikTok, you would know Daniel Larson. But what do you get when you mix Daniel Larson, a sprinkle of Leslie Clark, and maybe just a tiny bit of Tofiachu? Well, that would be, and as they call her, a toothless screaming crackhead, or the bug lady, known as Lena Odell.
Somebody sent me in the mail 300 ladybugs. I don't know what to do with all these ladybugs.
Infamous for her legendary catchphrase,
To all my haters, eat my taters. All my haters, eat my taters.
"All my haters eat my taters," and a string of bizarre usernames that sound like rejected troll accounts. Lena Odell has practically carved out a niche as the internet's favorite cringe villain.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap.
In one POV, it looks like Lena Odell's clearly playing some kind of character. She's out here dancing, being completely over the top, and she knows exactly what buttons to push to get people to react. But then there's this whole other side that makes us go, wait, something's not right here.
Older women are beautiful lovers.
Lena comes off as a mentally unstable older woman who probably shouldn't be on the internet, slurring words mid-sentence, yelling at trolls, and getting into lots and lots of drama, and even slapped with the word offender. Considering what lots and lots of netizens had to say, people keep discussing about her. One person said, "Jesus, this woman is whacked out of her mind. What a great find." The icing on the cake is if she makes an account here. Oh, I hope she does. Another comments, "This is glorious. Feels almost wholesome to marvel at a crazy old lady, as compared to some of the other somehow more zane degenerates on this site." Lena Odell is a lot. So, who really is Lena Odell? How in the world did she become TikTok's hot topic? And what kept fueling her chaotic crackhead relevance streak? If this woman is unfamiliar to you, prepare yourself for a fascinating and perplexing exploration. And if you think you already know her story, be prepared to discover shocking revelations that will completely change your perspective. So Lena Odell is a 54-year-old former crackhead from Williamson, New York, who became the internet's favorite funny piece in punching bag, because she got everything from vicious comment sections to people literally mailing her the most bizarre packages you can imagine.
I got a package in the mail. I don't know what it is. Somebody sent me some in the mail. You guys are nasty. Anybody know what I could do with these ladybugs? Somebody sent me in the mail 300 ladybugs. I don't know what to do with all these ladybugs. I need some help. What can I do? Anybody can help me?
However, where this gets funny, which explains why the trolls keep targeting her, is Lena actually thinks she's amazing, calling herself a TikTok celebrity while living in a rundown cheap apartment and surviving on government disability payments. She somehow managed to rack up more than 100,000 followers by doing absolutely nothing but screaming, crying, and having complete meltdowns on camera.
How you like it? Thank you! T-Nuts is going after me for f***ing mad! Fucking not you! They're going after me for taking me for manslaughter!
And when she's not busy getting scammed left and right, she's frantically creating backup account after backup account because her previous ones kept getting nuked.
Well, we're back on TikTok. Yay! We're back.
Well, it wasn't always like this. Let's go back to her humble beginnings. Lena's TikTok account was created in 2019, and at the time she was known for dropping fire dance videos that left everyone in awe, while simultaneously making them wonder as if she was really okay.
See you whining and grinding. Hey yo, I'ma explain why you probably never see me. I push a Lamborghini, choke your magic like Houdini. My body shaped like...
But the fascinating thing about Lena was that, although dancing was her forte, she had quite a love for cooking. She would often whip up her beloved crockpot roasts and potatoes, along with other delicacies from her culinary repertoire.
I got my roast in my crock pot with my peppers and onion, potatoes in there later. Let it cook all day long to the night. I got my roast in my crock pot. Let it cook all day long. Doesn't that look good? Well, I made my roast today in the crock pot. Let it cook all day from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock tonight. I'm cooking my roast in the crock.
Now you understand what we meant by her beloved crockpot roasts and potatoes. She had quite an obsession. Also, while she cherished the friends of her stomach a lot, her living friends were also quite present on her social accounts, so one being her cat, Sage.
You ball? You ball? Get the ball? You be lazy, you can't get up and get it? Can you get it?
Other times she posts herself having a family time and shoves it down the throats of her followers.
Hi everybody! I'm out here swimming. I'm out here swimming with my family. I'm with my family.
But most of the time, she would just be there, talking to her phone in her cramped apartment like it was her therapist, her best friend, and her worst enemy all rolled into one.
You know why I did it with that diaper thing? Because they sent it to me in the mail. That's why I put on and started dancing with the diaper on. They sent me that depend in the mail.
But then, the chunk of her early TikTok days were mainly just her going off on just about anything. For a while, she appeared to be that woman who just pulled off crazy dance steps, cooked crock-pots and potatoes, showed her face to the camera, and was being, well, Lena Odell.
Don't you? I'm ready to slam the club because the wall a minute.
However, as TikTok is a breeding ground for endless drama and controversy, Lena decided to join the moving train. It almost seemed like she had to insert herself into every trend, controversy, or piece of drama the app could offer. Because it all started with incessant rants about anything and everything, most of which never made and still doesn't make sense. For example, Lena goes on an uncontrollable rant, with a caption stating that she was never paid for the role she played in Barbie. Well, whatever that was, about confused us as much as it probably just confused you. But going through the comment section of that particular unpaid Barbie video, something really stuck out. It was pretty appalling how the word racist was being casually thrown around in the comments. Not once, not twice, and not even 3 times. Literally in almost every single comment. We dug in, it turns out there were several accusations that she'd apparently used racist language, specifically allegations that she'd used the N-word. But here's where things got really messy. Because in the wild west of internet drama, truth becomes as slippery as a greased pig. While Lena vehemently denied ever using the N-word, claiming I got black in my family, I dated black men, I'm not racist, the internet had already made up its mind.
You know what? I never said the N-word. I don't know how Saber said I said the N-word. I never said the N-word on here. I got black in my family. I dated black men. I'm not racist. I will never use the N-word. The video will change. Make me say like I'm saying the N-word, and I never did. The video got changed. They all of the video there make me like I'm saying the N-word. They changed the video. I never said the N-word. I am not racist. I would never say that word on here.
What made it even more explosive was the timing, because this was happening right as her crackhead energy persona was reaching peak virality.
I never said the N-word on here. I never did. Never said the N-word. I swear to God on my grandson's life, I never said the N-word.
But none of it stuck with the trolls who already had it out for her, because it certainly did not end there, because in 2020, the internet rumors proliferated beyond measure. Well, that's just one of the many crazy dramas this woman has been involved in. Lena wasn't just getting tormented by random internet strangers. She'd been having full-blown feuds with other TikTokers, and one troll in particular had made it her personal mission to destroy this woman's life. There was Gemini, one of the biggest trolls who'd been targeting Lena, and apparently someone who'd had bad blood with her long before TikTok even became their battleground. Whatever issues had existed between them in real life became the perfect foundation for an absolutely brutal online war. These two had turned TikTok into their personal battlefield, going at each other through videos, duets, and public posts. But Gemini wasn't fighting alone. She'd been rallying other TikTokers like Mandy for president and some user named Brenda to join her side, basically creating a whole crew against one mentally unstable woman. Lena had been fighting back with whatever she had. She'd post videos calling Gemini a wiki old wiki witch and a drunker, because apparently spelling wasn't her strong suit even when she was pissed off, but it had gotten way darker than name-calling. This woman had been posting actual threats, talking about Gemini's head in her with a pillow. Then things had gotten really messed up. According to what people were saying, they'd started doxing each other, sharing phone numbers and addresses publicly on TikTok.
I do not know how she got my phone number. That Wolfpack fire, I don't know how she got my number. They hacked into my phone and got my phone number. This is the 5th time I had to change my phone number because of people on.
The whole thing had spiraled so far out of control that even TikTok's support team had to step in and basically tell Lena to log off before she completely lost it.
There's a chance to Maddie, Gemini, Jordan, Brenda, Gemini's other sisters. Cheers!
Well, Gemini wasn't just some random troll. She made Lena lose her whole mind because she'd apparently been orchestrating entire campaigns against Lena, creating fake accounts and organizing groups to harass her. It had been a coordinated effort to break someone who was already barely holding on.
Put in my grandson and my daughter like this! You got to fucking fire, you bastard! You got to fire, you bastard!
But before all this drama, when Lena started getting discovered, TikTok's wholesome family accounts ate it up at first. Here was this unhinged energy they'd never seen before. They'd duet with her, thinking they'd found some quirky collaborator who'd add a little spice to their vanilla content. Lena leaned into it, serving up her particular brand of drama. But the internet's a fickle beast, and it didn't take long for the algorithm to push her content toward the darker corners where the trolls live. January 2020 rolls around, and they found her, like sharks smelling blood in the water, except the blood was pure, unfiltered cringe content, and the sharks had nothing better to do during a global pandemic. Her fake crying videos started blowing up, but not in the way anyone wanted. The trolls were having a field day, and suddenly her comment sections looked like a war zone. March and April of the same year was when things got crazy. Trolls decided she looked sick and ran with it, creating and spreading memes everywhere claiming she had COVID. Well, Lena, who was already used to screaming at just about anything, absolutely lost her goddamn mind. Started posting response after response, screaming into the void that she didn't have COVID, fighting every single troll like her life depended on it. Which in internet terms, I kinda did.
I do not have the coronavirus. I do not have the coronavirus. I do not have it.
Lena Bull does not have the coronavirus.
I do not have it. How many times I have to tell you?
Well, all that screaming only made everything go completely sideways.
A woman is in jail for sending photos and other related texts to a 14-year-old. Sergeant Kenneth Adams with the Bluefield Police Department tells 59 News arrested Monday and charged with displaying obscene matter to a minor with intent. Police believe the communication started in May 2017 and ended this February. According to police, she claims she thought she was texting a 21-year-old. She was arraigned on Monday and was given a $25,000 bond. She did not make bond and remains in jail.
That clip you just watched is exactly happens when internet trolling reaches critical mass and nobody knows how to pump the brakes. The whole Lena versus troll situation had turned into this sick, twisted feedback loop. She'd post something, they'd twist it, she'd respond, they'd twist that response, and round we go on the world's most toxic merry-go-round. But this time, they went crazy, editing her videos to make it sound like she was confessing to being a offender.
I'm a offender. I kill people. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm a offender. I want a child. I'm that kind of person. I am a offender.
The manipulated clip spread like wildfire through every corner of TikTok, and suddenly everyone was an audio forensics expert trying to figure out if it was real or not.
Yeah, and the next time you call me a offender, make sure you put registered in front of it.
I don't even know what to say about this. This is allowed on TikTok? Are you kidding me? She's saying that she's a offender. I don't know if she is or not, but she's saying that she is. Mind you, a offender. Not somebody that is a good person, obviously. I don't know who she offended. So, I don't know, TikTok, you need to do better because obviously you're going to throw my friends off of hers and ban her, but you're not banning this person who is jokingly or acting proud that they're a offender. Get your together, TikTok. This is some bull. This needs to be fixed. This needs to go away, and this lady either needs to be in jail or she needs some mental help, because that ain't cool. Don't joke around.
Of course, shortly after, Lena had the mother of all crash outs here. Hours and hours of response videos, screaming denials, breaking down on camera like her entire world was collapsing. Which, honestly, it kinda was. Because when you're fighting accusations that are serious, even fake ones, the internet doesn't wait for fact checks.
All right now, I am not no fire. I am not no fire. It's all lies. You could go look me up. I am not no offender or nothing. You need to stop telling your lies on YouTube and all this stuff. I am not one.
Things even got so crazy that she completely lost the plot on what was real anymore. In this one particular tweet, she absolutely went insane over a Donald Trump post because she genuinely believed the actual president of the United States was personally accusing her of being a offender. The delusion was so complete, so total, that she couldn't tell the difference between a troll with a fake account and the leader of the free world. She was posting these frantic responses like she was about to get Secret Service agents knocking down her door, all because some basement dweller with too much time made a parody account. This whole thing dragged on for what felt like forever, with Lena getting more unhinged by the day. Finally, she hit rock bottom, posted this devastating breakdown where she basically said she was done. Tired of the trolls, tired of the lies, ready to delete everything and disappear from TikTok forever.
I'm leaving TikTok. I'm deleting the TikTok account. I just gave Savage my phone number. I'm deleting the TikTok today. After today, I am deleting this TikTok. I'm leaving this TikTok page. This page is going to be gone.
However, there's something about fame that's like mainlining pure dopamine straight to your brainstem. And once you get that first hit of viral attention, going back to being a nobody feels like death. So, yeah, Lena never really left TikTok. May 2020 hits and Lena entangles herself in another weird drama that had everyone make up their minds, that she had to pack up and truly leave the internet. Because that's when this TikTok user named Savage, real name Roland, slides into her comments asking her to be his TikTok wife. And Lena absolutely loses her in the best and worst way possible.
I wanna suck you. I want you to tie me up and like I'm a bad girl. I wanna suck. Yummy, yummy.
Suddenly, this woman who'd been at war with the entire internet transforms into a lovesick teenager, making these painfully cheesy duets, like the kind that make you physically cringe and close the app. In one of her videos, she showed her followers the flowers she apparently received from her TikTok lover, but people in the comments didn't quite seem to agree, because they thought she gifted herself those flowers. But she didn't care at all. She just kept attention for this man like her life depended on it.
Look what I got today from the florist shop and stuff. Look what I got. Thank you for it, Savage. And it says right here, quack, quack, Lena. I will see you soon. Tomorrow night. Be ready at 8 o'clock p.m. sharp. I do not want to hide anymore. Quack, quack, quack. I want to get to see my tater cake in person. I am so much in love with you. I cannot deny it. You're Savage. Love.
The really dark part of this whole thing was that Lena would just go live and just spiral from crying, threatening to unalive herself. The whole 9 yards of emotional manipulation. And the second any account that looked like Roland would pop into her live stream, there would be an instant personality flip. The tears would dry up, the threats would stop, and she'd be giggling like a schoolgirl who just got asked to prom. It's honestly disturbing to watch a grown woman holding her mental health hostage until some random dude on the internet gives her 5 minutes of attention. But still, her followers were having a field day. They had front row seats to what looked like a genuine psychological breakdown disguised as a love story. And for Roland, it felt like he was eating up every second of it, until he wasn't anymore. After a while, and just before anyone could process it all, the fairy tale crashes and burns. Savage had decided he'd had enough of Lena's particular brand of unhinged devotion, and bounces from TikTok entirely. And his parting gift was telling her straight up that he can't handle her anymore. But things get really pathetic because Lena just couldn't let go, and her trolls smelled a great opportunity and decided to have some fun with her broken heart. All of a sudden, fake Savage accounts started popping up everywhere, and Lena fell for it. Every single time. Some random troll would make an account with Savage in the name, drop her a "Hey baby, I'm back" message, and she'd be doing cartwheels like he'd just proposed. Lena had zero pattern recognition when it came to this man. Didn't matter if the account was 3 minutes old or had an anime profile pic. If it claimed to be Roland, she was ready to start planning their TikTok wedding all over again. Her trolls had found her kryptonite, and they were about to milk it for everything it was worth, because what happened next was honestly just insane. More fake Savage accounts kept popping up, and Lena just couldn't help herself. Every time some random troll would message her pretending to be Roland, she'd light up like a Christmas tree. Didn't matter how obvious the fake was, and in her desperation to get him back, this guy who'd already told her point blank he couldn't deal with her, she started sending things. Private things. Explicit videos. Whatever these catfish accounts asked for, because she genuinely believed she was talking to the love of her life.
Some boobies, shake, shake, shake. Some boobies, shake, shake, shake.
The saddest part is that this didn't even stop anything for even a bit. Lena kept falling for more. Even after getting burned again and again, the next fake Savage account would show up, and she'd be right back to square one, ready to do anything for 5 minutes of fake affection.
Are you guys trying to make me out to be a bad person? Right here, the text from me and Savage, the real Savage, on Facebook. This is the real text, me and Savage. You make a bunch of... Tell the fake one that you're in love with it. Mess around with you, mess around with them. Be hilarious, laugh out. Tell them you think you are pregnant with my child. Laugh out loud. That's what Savage said. Tell them you think you are pregnant with my child. You make me out the bad. He was behind me going after these fake counts of Savage. And we're with them.
It got even more ridiculous. The real Roland had straight up come out and said he wanted nothing to do with her and just wanted to be left alone. But this woman was still falling for every fake account that slid into her DMs claiming to be him. One troll even made some idiotic video claiming Roland was locked up in a Mexican jail, and Lena went absolutely ballistic. But the crown's jewel of stupidity was when some catfish had convinced her that Roland was having an affair with a 400-pound elderly woman named Judy, who lived in the same town. For months, this woman was screaming about Judy, threatening to hunt her down and beat her ass over a completely made-up affair with a man who didn't even want her. It stopped being funny a long time ago, but July of 2020 was when it crossed into pure insanity. She leaked her phone number to yet another fake Savage account, and suddenly her phone started ringing non-stop. Trolls calling her around the clock like some twisted 24/7 customer service nightmare. What made it even funnier was that Lena became convinced her phone got hacked, so her genius solution was to buy a new phone, then another one, then another one. She was just going through phones like they were disposable razors, convinced that somehow the trolls had infiltrated her hardware. What she didn't realize, or should we say refused to admit, was that she actually was the leak. Every time she got a fresh number, she'd hand it straight over to the next fake Savage account that sweet-talked her. The trolls didn't need to hack anything when she was basically running a phone number delivery service. The cycle repeated itself over and over, new phone, new number, same old Lena making the same old mistakes. But then things got even more funnier when it was later found out that the real Roland actually had a wife the whole time. At first, she threw a bit of a tantrum, posting a picture of Roland with a crazy caption, "He will come to me one day." But in what might be the most mortifying plot twist of all, Lena ended up having to apologize to this woman for sending stuff to her husband.
I come on here to make a video to Savage's wife. I'm sorry for sending videos to your husband and stuff like that. And texting him and talking to him. I'm sorry. And stuff like that. I want to apologize to you. I am really sorry for doing that. I truly am sorry.
Imagine being Roland's wife and having to deal with some unhinged TikTok stalker who thought she was sending your husband explicit videos and because she thought they were soulmates. However, this phone harassment was honestly just the appetizer, because that same month, the trolls pulled off something so unhinged, so completely screwed up, that it makes everything else look like playground teasing. They actually convinced Lena to hire a man. Some trolls reached out pretending to be representatives of Anonymous and offered to kill another TikToker named Maddie that Lena had beef with. And Lena said yes, actually agreeing to have someone taken out over internet drama. The fake enforcer even sent her manipulated images suggesting Maddie had been hurt. Instead of being disturbed, Lena asked if they could target someone else too. But it got really messed up as the trolls had been recording everything. Every conversation where Lena's casually discussing murder like she was ordering pizza. Then they leaked it all. But after she was caught, her response was the same tired excuse she'd been using for months. My phone was hacked. That wasn't me. Except this time, nobody was laughing. Some trolls decided to forward the entire saga to local law enforcement, probably thinking it would be hilarious to watch her squirm. It wasn't hilarious when state troopers showed up at her door. It definitely wasn't funny when the FBI got involved. But instead of laying low after literally having the FBI knock on her door, Lena did what Lena does best. She doubled down on the crazy. If you think that's the worst in this whole Lena Odell lore, you would be shocked, because this was some unending saga. Lena's trolls went further and decided they wanted to take their antics on a little road trip, but first they needed to set the stage. The trolls told her she had a sister, sending her a picture of this supposed family member. She posted the photo on her page, but immediately got lambasted by netizens saying her sister looked fake. Well, that didn't go well with our dear old Lena, because she obviously had a lot to say.
This is my sister, and I don't know how y'all can say she's fake. That's her line under her eye. That's like trying to tell me my sister's fake. That's my sister right there.
But something felt quite off, because a while after lashing out at trolls for calling her sister fake, she posted the same picture with the caption, "Em have good news. I'm going to meet my sister for the first time on 25th Emso Exited." Well, she meant to say excited. You get the point. Now this definitely raises eyebrows. How are you just meeting your sister for the first time? What's the backstory? Well, Lena made a video giving her fans this whole backstory of how her mom put her older sister up for adoption when she was 14 years old, how they took a DNA test, and it was a match.
Oh my God, it's a shocking, amazing day I ever seen. I always wanted a sister. I just found out today she took the DNA test. My mother is her mother. My mom put a daughter up at 14 years old up for adoption. She never told us about it. I got an older sister. I always wanted a sister, and I got me a sister now. She looks just like me.
But the comments had to give her a quick reality check, that this all looked doubtful. Still, the trolls convinced Lena her sister wanted to see her in Newburgh, New York. So this woman hops on an 8-hour bus ride like she's going to some heartwarming family reunion. Plot twist, there really was no sister waiting for her. No sign of any sister. Which leaves us to one conclusion. This sister was indeed photoshopped. The trolls had her cab over to some random mansion where confused inhabitants opened their door to find a wild-eyed woman claiming she was supposed to meet family there. These poor people had no clue who the hell Lena was. So there's Lena, stranded in a random New York town. She holes up in the grimiest motel for 3 whole days, probably surviving on vending machine snacks, before dragging herself back to that bus station for another 8-hour ride home. The trolls had literally sent her on a cross-country wild goose chase for their own entertainment, and when she got back from that unsuccessful mission, you know what time it is.
You never love or care about me. You never care about me. You never care about.
That video she posted with the caption, "Em can't believe someone lie and pretend they my sister. Am so heartbroken." Poor Lena. Well, August 2020 came and Lena discovered Instagram. Fresh platform, fresh audience to witness her spectacular mental breakdown in real time. She started going live constantly, screaming at trolls through her phone screen like they could actually hear her through the app. Meanwhile, her grip on reality was slipping faster than soap in a bathtub. The cops became regular visitors, performing nearly weekly wellness checks because the trolls had figured out that swatting Lena was easier than ordering takeout. And Lena herself was calling 911 for literally everything. Someone sent her a glitter bomb in the mail and she was on the phone with emergency dispatch like it was anthrax. Pizza delivery she didn't order? 911. Suspicious car parked outside? 911. Phone rang at 3 a.m.? You guessed it.
Well, I called the cops. They said they called me, but they never called me back. Oh, we'll call you back. The cops ain't doing nothing. They haven't called me back. They said, oh, we'll call you back, and they never called me.
But the real cherry on top of this insanity Sunday was when the trolls started telling her she had bugs in her house. Not like surveillance bugs, actual insects. So naturally, Lena took a sledgehammer to her own and kitchen, ripping apart cabinets and smashing walls looking for imaginary roaches that existed only in her paranoid delusions.
I broke everything! I broke everything in my house! I just broke my dish! I just push everything off the table, make you guys happy.
Through all of this chaos, rumor had it that Lena kept doing what she'd always done, using. The drugs never stopped. Even as her world crumbled around her in real time for thousands of viewers to witness, she kept posting, kept going live, kept screaming into the void while her life spiraled completely out of control. The trolls had their entertainment, the followers had their daily dose of train wreck content, and Lena had nothing left but her phone screen and whatever chemicals could numb the reality of what her existence had become. Then one day, the posts just stopped. Word spread through the corners of the internet that had made her their favorite punching bag. Lena Bull had died of an unexpected heart attack. Just like that, the woman who'd provided endless content for cruel entertainment was gone. But the internet doesn't forget. Her videos are still out there, her breakdowns still get shared, and new people discover the Lena Bull rabbit hole every day.
One of these nights when you can't sleep, have anxiety and depression and stuff, a lot of things going through your mind.
That wraps up our video on Lena Bull. We hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll be back soon with another deep dive.